Splatoon 2 has been out for a while, and it got raving reviews at release, as expected. But I don't feel like any of the reviews really got to the nitty-gritty. I feel they don't dive deep enough into what makes Splatoon 2 different. Yeah, and I can't review games at release because I'm a sad, broke nobody, but hey, you don't have to worry about that. Let's just take a look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Welcome to Splatoon 2 Reviewed. It's Splatoon, but better. But really, that's the theme of Splatoon 2. Many incremental upgrades that seems to raise the entire experience as a whole. In a way, this is really comforting because this means that the devs are listening to the community and making the appropriate changes. But remember, this is Nintendo, and Nintendo has selective hearing. Starting off, the single player is vastly improved. In Splatoon 1, it was a small foray meant to introduce the player to the mechanics and get them ready for multiplayer. You could say the same about Splatoon 2's single player, but it's much larger, has much more replayability, and in general is just cooler. Creativity and level design has always been a strong suit of Nintendo's, but really, some of these levels just feel so good to play. There's nothing groundbreaking, and not all of them are amazing, but thanks to the emphasis on time trials, its numerous amounts of rewards, and its added length, it feels much more like a compliment to multiplayer than something you just get over with. It's like something you can come back to. Alright, and the story is there too. How is it? It's, okay. Doesn't go nearly as deep as you think it would. It's definitely there. Yeah. But enough about that. Let's get into the meat of the game. The real reason to pick up this game. The main defining factor that makes this game worth the buy. Salmon Run. No, really. Salmon Run is amazing. It's Splatoon's PvE mode, where you strike down hordes of salmonids collecting golden eggs for some shady dude who speaks to you through a wooden bear, and you'll be playing it a lot if you want to get serious. First off, it's just fun. Playing cooperatively with others isn't the easiest with no voice chat, but the minimal communication you have works, and the challenges that you face are real. There may be a small amount of enemy types, but the randomized waves never really seem to give you a break. If you miss one enemy, you risk losing it all, and that's great. Second, the rewards are more than worth the effort. You see, in Splatoon 2, you're finally giving the option to customize your equipment. Maybe not easily, but the tools are still there, and Salmon Run is key in doing so. After completing any given number of shifts, you can go to the rewards counter to get, well, rewarded. These rewards come in the form of exclusive equipment, a lot of currency, and Krusty Sean tickets. Yes, he's back, still fresh to death, but now he also serves food and drinks. Food and drink that you can use to level up faster, gain more currency, and have a better chance of getting specific traits on your gear. You will learn to love this mode for its rewards. When you can. Because like everything else that has to do with multiplayer in Splatoon, it's in a rotation. Not just the maps, but the game mode itself. I hope with all my heart that this will be changed in the future, maybe when Splatfest ends, but for now it's just really disappointing. But enough depression, let's talk about the real reason to play Splatoon 2. That being the multiplayer. It's glorious. In Splatoon 1, there was a heavy emphasis on invincible specials and ranged weapons. In fact, it felt like if you didn't have at least one competent charger in your team, you get wiped in the higher ranks. But thanks to heavy rebalances, that's no more. You're always vulnerable. Maybe you can tank one more hit with ink armor, or maybe you're a little harder to hit with inkjet, but you're never invincible. And since there's no damage up, meaning you have to fully charge to get a kill with an EK leader, you have to approach with chargers. It's a way more aggressive meta, and you have a much better chance to do well with any given weapon. It's a blast. Plain fun. And thanks to the newly added rank split and the ability to maintain rank, it's actually more forgiving than ever, which is fantastic considering the win-loss system in Splatoon 1 was too harsh. I mean, a proper win-loss system would still be better, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Just like in Splatoon 1, Nintendo steadily adds content to the game little by little. Maps, equipment, and at this extraordinarily late point in time, a new ranked mode. This steady trickle of content keeps the game feeling fresh. But it's not all hunky-dory, because again, we're forced to play on a rotation, and this is still the most confusing choice I've ever seen for a competitive shooter. In ranked, this creates a situation where instead of needing a good general knowledge of maps to win, you can just skip the periods of time with maps you don't like, and just gain points in any given mode. Not to mention it's actually hell to get good generally without throwing yourself at the wall, because other than using a private lobby, there's no way to practice on any given map in a realistic situation. And really, good luck finding 7 people who are ready and willing to play with you at a moment's notice. Then, after that, let's say you do get a group of 8 formed and you're ready to play. Guess what? Someone's going to lag and disconnect. And it's not a matter of if someone will DC, it's when they will. I've had days where every other match had a disconnect. And remember, it's not just one person that can DC, it's the entire room that can fail. Thankfully, you don't lose rank if someone disconnects early in a match, but reinstancing isn't a thing in Splatoon, and you're forced to sit through the entire match even if your entire team DCs. So a lot of the time, you're just playing these worthless matches that mean nothing. And it's not just CCing, it's shots making sounds but not connecting, it's getting hit by ink you can't see, it's teleporting, it's killing someone and dying to the goddamn spray that's left behind in death. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, did you see that? Generally, the online service for the Switch isn't that good, but it's really exemplary how jank Splatoon 2 servers are, and really, I don't see them getting fixed anytime soon. So there, I've stated my points. Is the game still worth it in the end? In my opinion, yeah. It's still amazingly fun to play if you get into a groove, or if you're lucky enough to have people to play with, and I put it down every now and then, but not for long. It's a great title. Flawed, deeply, but great. That's about it. I'm out.